What's up, YouTube? It came! It's finally here. This is the racing sim that I ordered a good while ago, and it finally showed up. So I'm going to open it up on camera for you, show you what comes with it, and I'm going to assemble it. And then we're going to take a quick look at how it performs as a racing cockpit. I'm going to be using a Logitech G25 as well as an Oculus Rift Dk2. And we're going to do a little demo of a game called Assetto Corsa. And we'll take a look at the way the rig is built, the quality of it, how stable it is, you know, if there's any sort of like wiggle in the chassis or anything like that. We're going to talk all about that. So let's get right into opening it up. I've already taken some tape off. And first thing we're going to pull out of this box here is, what can I grab first? Let me get this. This looks to be the stand for the wheel, maybe. There's the seat back. Oh, this is actually a really nice feeling material. This is heavy. Alright, let's get the seat out. Oh, wow. So here is the chair itself. Set that down in front. And it's like a faux leather, sort of leatherette. Really nice feeling. And it can fold down so you can store it easily. But this is really nice. I guess that locks into place. Can any of these seat cushions come off? No. Okay, so it sits like that. Real nice. See, it folds and pivots here. It sort of locks into place when you open it to there. Now you can kind of lock it. If that's where you want it to stay, that's where it'll stay. Again. So that's cool. We'll get that out of the way. Let's see. What else we got here? We got some bars. More parts. It looks like they opened this up at the border because a lot of the parts are just flopped around in there. I would imagine the chair was packed up inside of this. It no longer is. They packed the boxes back into it just on the bare leather. Nothing's damaged or anything, but it is a little bit dirty, so that's unfortunate. I know they do that at the border. Hopefully all the hardware and parts are in here. Otherwise, I'm pretty screwed. Yeah, like that sucks. That's the border for you. Wow. Really unfortunate. Here's the booklet for it. Again, like everything was torn open and examined and just tossed back in. That's pretty shit. Hopefully nothing's missing. If nothing's missing, I guess I'm okay with it. I prefer if they were a little bit more professional about how they do things. I paid a good amount of money for this and not to have parts lost. And it is of no fault to the original manufacturers where I bought this from. But this was reopened at the border and inspected and then reshipped. Actually, it says right here, where is it? Resealed by Global Shipping Program, Pitney Bowes. Bowels. Pitney Bowes. B-A-E-W-S. So they opened it up and then resealed it, which is really shit because luckily they didn't damage the material, but it's dirty. And it actually has, have a look at this, from them, right here. There's actually a cut in the leather, right there. And that's from them packaging this box directly into it. It was sitting in the box like this. They didn't reseal it in that bag, and they just flopped this down on it, and it cut there. Everything else looks to be okay. No, they cut both sides. And that's that. So that's pretty fucking bullshit, actually. That's annoying. Okay. You know, I'm just gonna stop the video here and do a more thorough inspection of the product. But yeah, I'll pick this up in a little bit once it's all assembled, and then we'll go ahead and do a demo on that. All right, and we're back, and it is entirely assembled. I I went over everything. I'm not missing parts. I actually have extra parts. There's all the mounting hardware to mount the wheel and everything to it. And then there's a few odds and sods that are left over. So I wasn't missing anything, thankfully. But the only damage that I did find was right here. And that is from Pitney Bowes resealing the package. I've read nothing but horrible, horrible, horrible things about that shipping company, which is eBay's global shipping program. If you can help it, do yourself a favor and try and avoid that. Ask the eBay seller if they can ship it by other means, because it's pretty shit. However, I am over it. I messaged the seller, let them know what was going on. I know it's not their fault because they would have shipped this in perfect condition and would have had it packaged properly. A little bit of indents here and stuff like that, but let's get over that real quick, because I am over it. Does suck, but whatever. Everything's here and it's going to be fantastic. So with this setup, how it works is you can fold all this down, fold this in, and then lift it up like this, and you can store it vertical, but I actually made a space here for it, so that won't be happening. But the pedals are fully adjustable. You can adjust the rake or the angle in which they sit until you find a spot comfortable. You can also adjust them in and out by loosening this and sliding it, so you can go in and out for your feet, whatever works for you. You can tighten and loosen these to raise and lower where it sits. I'm going to leave this a little bit loose until I find my perfect driving position with it. This, which holds the wheel, it can be adjusted up and down, so you get the right height for yourself, and forward and back, so you can get the right distance. I have to lift it up because it's sitting on the carpet, but that moves this way, and then locks in place like so. Then it won't move. Shifter mount, fully adjustable again. You can adjust this way, so in and out, closer or further away, and up and down. Unfortunately, this is about the max height that you get out of it. However, for me, I'm not sure if that's too high or too low yet. I'll have to sit into it, or sit on it, get everything mounted, and go from there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the G25, get it all attached, get it hooked up, and show you what it's like. Alright, so here's what I'm working with as a wheel and pedal combo. It's the Logitech G25. It's the original series. There was a G27 replacement. However, the mounting for both is identical. So we got clutch, brake, and gas, each with different resistances. 900-degree steering wheel with force feedback. And then we got a gated 6-speed, or not gated, sorry, but a 6-speed shifter with reverse. And you can also lock it out and put it into sequential mode, which I don't remember how, and I'm not going to fiddle with it. So that's what I'm using. And I'm going to get all that mounted and then try it out. So let's get to it. I just want to quickly point out that this rig is actually designed to work with the Logitech wheels. And as you can see here, the pre-drilled holes in the mount for the shifter match up perfectly with the pre-drilled holes in the Logitech G25 shifter here. So it's just a matter of getting it positioned in the right spot and then tightening down screws. Like, that is fantastic. I know a lot of people use Thrustmaster and other products, and it does actually include extra hardware to mount your Thrustmaster wheel, like this here and whatnot. So let me show you that real quick. Here you go. So it's a Spec-D tuning seat, I guess, but it shows you mounting your Thrustmaster T500 RS. So it shows you the different ways that you can mount it. And then over here it's got your Logitech setup. So it does accommodate other wheels, but this was designed for the Logitech peripherals. Okay, now to get in, it's a little bit of theatrics involved. Again, I don't have it in my perfect position yet, but I will. So how I step in right now is just like that, in front of the shifter, so I don't get caught on anything. One thing I noticed right away, get that out of the way, is I'm a little bit short for this. I'm actually 5'10", and if I sit all the way back in the chair, which is a good comfortable position right here, I feel good with the wheel. Again, I can adjust this towards and down, so like so. I can bring it up towards me or down and further away. I can also adjust the base that it sits on. Lock that in place. I can adjust this base away from me and closer to me. This is in a good spot right now. The only sort of movement I get is from the base of it, but that's because it's not locked in. Again, I want to kind of get it into where I want it to be before I really lock it down, but side to side it's good. The shifter mount, real nice and firm. Again, I can adjust this towards me. I can adjust it away from me. I can adjust it up and down via these knobs here, and forwards and back. And right about here, I'd say, is a good spot. So that's pretty good there. Again, very firm. Like if you tried to topple this, you won't. It's not going anywhere. The only wobble I do find in it is from the steering wheel, but when you're sitting in it, it's good. It's not going anywhere. But yeah, like I said, I'm 5'10", and this is me all the way back and comfortable. I barely reach the pedals. I have to press them with the end of my toe. If I scooch forward a bit, that's actually a good position for me. Now, this isn't bad, right? It's not a deal breaker by any means, because all I have to do is support my lower back, and I can put a small throw pillow here, anything like that. Like, it really doesn't matter. As long as I'm comfortable and I'm in this position that I like, that's fine. There is lots of adjustability. I just have everything set as close as possible when it comes to the pedals, and I just barely reach. So if I was able to shim the seat forward, absolutely, it would work perfect. And to be honest, all I really have to do is just drill a couple extra holes into the bracket that I'm on right now, move the seat to where I want it to be, and then just attach the bolts to that. It's really not a big deal. It's just a little bit of DIY that you have to do. But other than that, very firm, very comfortable chair, really comfortable chair. As long as you get to sit like right back into it. Good support. I mean, I'm not being thrown around in it because, again, this is a motionless sim, but feels good, it's comfortable, the driving position is nice. Again, I just wish of course I wish I was a bit taller, everyone does, but I also wish that there was a little bit more adjustability. Perhaps a slider on the seat would have been fantastic, but other than that, I can't complain. I like it. Overall, the quality is fantastic, the materials feel good, everything's nice, powder coated black, nice finishes. Again, no noise from it either. No squeaks, no rattles. The only thing is the pedal mount. I don't have it tightened down, but that's the only sound you're going to hear. Again, I want to get it into where it needs to be, set it up specifically for me, and then tighten everything down. But overall, first impressions, real nice. Real nice. All right, let's get it set up, and then we'll see how it does in the game. Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you how I have this set up. Now, this is exactly where it's going to be. So we'll go out into the hall here. Excuse the mess because I had to clean out that room to make room to build it. And that was to dust off everything. But anyways, I have my stand. The bottom base swings away for the 900D there. I built this out of a table. And I just used this as support, and I was able to slide the front of the rig underneath so that there's enough room to slide it as close as possible, keep it away from the door and the wall so there's no vibration or rubbing against that door, because it does squeak when you have it leaned right against that. So that's how I have that set up. This is my cable management for it, which is pretty much, it's not going to get any better than that, especially with the center post design. So I got my Oculus Rift Dk2, And there is the IR camera for it, and I got it on its own little tripod on top of the 900D. Thankfully, that case is gigantic, so it actually made a pretty good stand. So I'll be sitting directly in front of this IR camera with the Rift. I got a pair of wireless 7.1 headphones. I use the PlayStation 4 headphones because they're actually fantastic. I have a few others. There's for the PlayStation 3, and there's for my PC. But those I find are the best. When I'm recording, however, the microphone on these are fantastic. So I'm probably going to use that when I do the demo here to talk to you, because I'm going to take over with the webcam and with the Rift.
Okay, so now that everything's assembled and I'm pretty much connected to it, here we are. I got my steering wheel in front of me. Everything's exactly where I want it to be. Shifter's in a good spot. As you can see, this is the whole point of this simulator, so I can look up out of my car, look behind, check my mirrors, look at my suspension, things like that. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of, hold on. Let's do a little bit of a little bit of a run here. So we'll go and get onto the track. And here we go. I did mention before that I had a little bit of an issue with where I was sitting on the seat. I've corrected that with a, one second. I've corrected that with a small throw pillow pushed towards the back of the chair here, and that's actually supporting my lower back, and that feels really good actually. So all in all, I feel very comfortable in my seating position. I've adjusted the pedals and everything, so I have them tilted more towards me, so that's actually working really well in terms of whether or not I can reach them. I moved the steering wheel a little bit further away, which has worked great. I've gotten used to this low pull here, so I am now able to heel to downshift, which is very important for me. At the beginning, the way I had it set up, it was actually very difficult for me to do that, and actually made me very disappointed with the setup. But now that I have everything sort of tailored towards me, oh, ooh, that was close. Hold on, I got a small hair or something tickling my face here. Now that I have it set up specifically for my body, it's fantastic. I really enjoy it. I thought the pull in the center would bother me more, but it actually doesn't. You get used to it pretty quickly. I mean, I barely have any seat time in this, and I'm already used to it. My knee is pretty much right where it is, so it actually helps a lot with heel towing. Before it was up at my shin. I totally fucked up that corner. It was up on my shin, and I wasn't able to move in far enough, but now I can. So that works. But yeah, I mean, like, it feels good. It's a great seating position. It's a hell of a lot better than me sitting in my chair using my desk. Shifter's in a nice spot. I have it exactly where I want it. Same with the steering wheel. Okay, and we lost it. I think I stopped there. In conclusion, was it worth it? Absolutely. Like I said, I only have a few minutes behind the wheel here, so to speak. and already I love it. It took a bit to get set up proper, like I said, and I had to rearrange my room to make this work, if you've seen any of my previous videos. So that is pretty much the only drawback so far. And like I said, the damage from shipping. Okay, talk in and drive, it's not working for me right now. But yeah. So this is my review of my racing cockpit, and I love it. Look at that. This is exactly what I bought this for. Okay, off there. Check my mirror, look at the suspension. Alright. Well, thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe. If you liked it, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. Be sure to comment. Let me know what you think. And yeah, if you have any questions or any sort of other things you want to say, let me know. Thanks for watching. Where is this button? There it is.